froyo. Friday show. Fryo! I know. Am I saying froyo and Friday together? How about some froyo on a Friday? That would make you say Friday. Ooh, let me stop before I say any more tongue twisters. We were working on tongue twisters the other day at the house with my 7-year-old, but I'm not going to tell you which one he asked me about because it leads you down the road of making it sound like you accidentally cussed. Boys, they think that's funny. Mom might have chuckled, but she hid it. Didn't let him know she was chuckling. So anyway, what was I telling you? Oh, so on Friday, not to be confused with froyo, but on Friday, Alberti launched this. Fell in love. The scallop neckline, the little heart detail, the color on the collar, the color on the sleeve. So now, we're limited in what we have to offer, and that's when we move into clearance pricing, when loved items have been limited. So we're now going to make this one half off. Instead of $64, it's $33 with the help of an $11 easy pay. Ivory, and when you grab ivory, it ties back to navy, so navy on the neck, navy on the heart, and navy on the sleeve. This is your navy, and if you buy navy, obviously the sweater is done in navy, but your heart and the little stripe on the collar and your stripe on your sleeve, done in the prettiest, most charming light minty green. And then this was a huge hit. This is your pink, so forgive me, we have fewer than 200 to go around now in the pink. But if interested in this one, you get the little creamy heart, and then the neckline has that trim of cream, and then the sleeve does too. Now this is a sweater, so knitted on a machine. It's done in 76% viscose and 24% nylon. So if I could, have your eyes feel it, with a good close-up from Kathy, who's directing. Oh, thank you, my love. I owe you for this one. I mean, look at how beautiful that is. So you see the ribbed polo, and then you see the sections where the stitch is going to change design, and then you see that wonderful, gentle fabric just staring at you thanks to that viscose. So when we say sweater, it just really refers to how it's knit on the machine. But will you be hot in it? No. Will you be warm in it? No, not at all. And when you look at it on our model, I am going to reference this as a little bit more fitted. So like my shirt, loose, relaxed. If you look at this on Jill, you can see it really sits on the shoulders, sits on her chest and goes against the stomach and the hips. Beautiful left out. If you would like to tuck it in, that's an option too, but definitely more of a fitted sweater. Do notice too, the sleeve is a little longer. So if you prefer more coverage on your arm, when you look at our girl Jill, you'll see that it's really going to the crook of her arm. And I love that Alberti, our designer, put that solid stripe there. It really does just make everything come to life. Now, as far as tonight's choices go, we are loving this ivory option. I mean, that pretty navy against it. Could you do this with a red capri and tell a red, white, and blue story this summer? Certainly you could. Could you put it more with denims or linen pants? Absolutely. Notice I mentioned earlier, but if you weren't here, we called out the scallop neckline as well. And then do know that this can go in your washing machine, yay! But do dry it flat. And you can always dry clean things if you're scared that oh gosh, you're never gonna remember to dry it flat. I know this might sound odd, but one of the things I do when something doesn't go in the dryer, I don't fully put it in my hamper. So Steve and I have our laundry basket, our hamper in our bedroom, and dirty clothes, it has a lid. You take the lid off and just jam it in there. But it's a sign, because we both do the laundry. I know, I'm so lucky my husband contributes to the laundry. So if you don't want something in the dryer, you don't put it in the clothes bin. You don't put it in the hamper. You leave it just draped over, and that's your sign. Oh, and Kathy said what she does with any item that she's ever worried about, that maybe perhaps needs a delicate cycle, she does the laundry bag. Good thinking, Kath, good thinking. Oh, gotcha. And then she knows not to put it in the dryer because it was in the laundry bag. You're so smart. She said it took a few years. Ivory, here's the pink, and then here is the navy option. Now half off. Buy $64. See you later, right? Hello, 33. We like you better. Now, remember I mentioned America and Beyond.